everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Soraya. So I'm excited to show you this video. I created it with my sponge and some brushes, maybe one or two, and it is neutral. The whole painting is very neutral in color. There's not a lot of color that how I have been using. This time it's really just neutrals, and it turned out quite beautiful. I'm very happy. Now, if you're enjoying my tutorials, and if you have any questions, something that I don't cover, I'm very happy to answer any of your questions. Just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get on with the tutorial. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to keep things pretty neutral. I've got some Van Dyke brown and burnt umber and black here. And I've got some yellow and white ready to go just in case I need it. But the base, the kind of underpainting, is just going to be this kind of neutral color. I'm just going to do that to the whole canvas, adding a little bit of white as I go along just to lighten it up a little bit. And I don't want a lot of pattern on this base color. I do like that though. Oh, maybe I'll leave a little bit of pattern. I'm just going to continue. You know, when you're doing this, if you see something that you like, you should just, go for it. In other words, maybe I wasn't intending to do that, but I really like the way that goes. So unless it goes really against your plan of how you want this to look, might as well leave it in there. You could always take it out after. I love the way that's looking, so I'm going to leave it. Like I said, it's paint. You could always go over it again. I'm just using a dry brush, a dry sponge, and the canvas, I didn't do anything to the canvas. I just took the paper off the plastic that comes with it, and that's it. Doesn't take long. It's a one brush sponge. Haven't done anything else.
Now for me, I love starting with a very dark dramatic colors because I know that you can always go over it with light, and in some part I am doing that just now, but you'll see later on that I keep refining, I keep adding, and it changes all the time because I go with the flow basically. My idea is to kind of have a basic idea of what I want it to look like and then go with the flow.
The burnt umber really gives it a warmth, and I like that. Whereas the Van Dyke brown is more of a dark brown.
So as with all my tutorials, I do try and talk to you about why I'm doing something at the time that I'm doing it, my vision as I'm going along, things change, why I'm changing it, how I see things. Obviously, it's going to be very different if you're the one who is painting or creating a new piece of artwork. So I'm going along, and I will be talking to you the whole time on what I'm doing and why.
So I'm just mixing the burnt umber with a bit of white and very lightly going over some of these areas. I'm just going to keep adding white and only white, but on the same sponge that I was using.
So it's not going to be totally white. When I do want it to be crisp white, I'm going to change to a new sponge. So some of the colors here will get picked up. The colors that I was using will be on here. But to highlight that later with a brush, easy enough to do. And of course, the more you're going to use the sponge, the less color will be deposited from the previous colors. And so I'd have to finagle a little bit by adding some of the other browns back onto the sponge. But right now I just want it to be very soft on this area anyway.
Now I apologize for my voice. I know I sound real off, and that's because I had a bit of a cold, wasn't feeling great, but I did want to go ahead and paint and talk to you about what I'm doing. So my voice is off just because of that. I'm feeling a lot better now, so all good.
I'm adding a little bit of matte medium. This is ultra matte medium, just to make the color, the paint I should say, a little more workable and transparent. We'll see how that changes.
Matte medium really just makes the paint flow a little easier on the canvas, and sometimes you need that.
White, as you can see, has changed a little bit because it's getting more and more white, and doesn't have the browns that I was working with, but that's okay. Again, I want this painting to look very ethereal, so I will go over the dark colors that I placed to begin with white over it, so you can still see the dark underneath, so it won't be completely covered. Now I've turned the sponge around. I'm going to work on the other side here. Make sure to go in different directions. Keep doing the same thing I've been doing. Same sponge.
I find that I am very drawn to ethereal art because it speaks to something deeper than the literal world. It resonates very deeply within me because I often find I have these inner tendencies to be very sensitive to the atmosphere and emotion. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. Now, for me, ethereal art is really about feeling rather than a form. So, soft color transitions, light, mist, and creating a mood. And that mood is an intuitive or emotionally attachment to the painting. And that's how I feel about it. I'm really attached to anything that looks ethereal, especially in my artwork.
When I'm pressing down real hard, you see how the color comes out? That white. And then you go a little less and you get just light coverage. I'm going to add a little bit of the brown and black here. Give me that color back on the sponge. And then I'll go over it again with the white. Okay, I've got it covered again. Okay, the whole sponge is covered. And I'm just going to add white. It's a little bit brown still, but that's okay. A little variation in color is nice. And I'm going to keep adding the white. I'm going to go over that just because I'm not liking the way that's looking among everything else. And yeah, I'm going to smooth some of these places out as well. Just for visually, it's nice to have a place where your eye can rest. And I'm going to do that where there's a lot going on. And I might just tame down some of those other areas here as well. But for now, I'm working on this.
Now, ethereal art often will hint at the spiritual or something you may have dreamed or even transcendence. I don't know, maybe. And if you're drawn to it like me, you crave that sense of more, of being expansive, of being small and wondrous in the world. And I definitely love that.
I've already kind of smoothed it out here, but I want to continue with that. most of the paint on here is dry. It's all dry. So when I'm working on it, it's wet paint on dry. But I put such a small amount of paint that it dries very quickly. So small amounts of paint on the sponge. Still using that one sponge, I haven't changed it. So I've been going back and forth, adding a little bit of the burnt umber, only burnt umber and white, adding that color, smoothing things out where I think it needs to be smoothed out. I always work towards pleasing my own self, my eye, what I see, what I like. You should too. Keep working towards that. If you like it, that's what's the most important part. I do stand back, as I've said before, if you've watched my videos, I stand back and I take a look at the overall. And sometimes even just a small line will kind of, bring your eye here. This was a bit much here. But it's there. You'll pick it up and it's not so obvious. Okay, I'm just turning the sponge around. Sometimes that's all you need, is something actually pointing to that area that you want attention to. This line here I'm not happy with. Okay, I'm standing on a stool and I know I did this black or dark. I shouldn't say black because it's not black. But I want to do the same idea so you can still see underneath, but it's not so dark. I just need more white on here. Same sponge, haven't changed it. Doing my same technique as I have been, pressing harder to get more, deposit more paint, lighter when I want it to be more feathery.
Now, another thing I love about ethereal art is that nothing is really fully defined. that space that you have invites you to your mind kind of to wander, to interpret, to really to emotionally participate. It's you got to have a really strong imagination to be creative. The creative types that connect naturally with this kind of idea that you can see things that others maybe can't. And I love that.
So when I stood back and looked, it looks very square here to me, and I don't like that, so I'm going to take that squareness away and just add by adding a little bit of the cloud here. I don't really want to change that. Now I think this will benefit with just a little bit of color. It's very, very neutral. I've got a sky blue light here. I'm just using this because it's going to go in here, maybe here. Just a little bit of it, and it's narrow. I don't want to mess it up, and I've got my paper towels ready just in case. So far, I like what I see. I'm going to add a little bit of that same color from here to here. Just to show that there is, hope. This is not such a bleak, horrible, dark painting. And I'm going to add it other places as well. Maybe just a little bit up here. What I will do is go through over here, just highlight these areas just a little bit. I like that against the dark.
Okay, so here's another reason I love ethereal art. I think a lot about it because I have such a connection to it. But I do feel that if you have kind of an inner peace, that it matches, that art will match the feeling that you have, the energy, the serenity that you have within yourself. And I feel that definitely. So there's another reason.
This is a mixture of a little bit of the burnt umber and white. I'm finding this area a bit too dark, and that's why I'm adding this. Not happy with this section, so I'll work on this for just a little bit. I like this. That looks really good. Still the same sponge that I was using before. Okay, I still don't like this hair area, so I've got burnt umber and white on here, the same sponge. Let's see what I can do here differently to change it up. Maybe I'll have to add some other colors on here. Darken it up before I can light it up again.
Okay, so this is going to be the last thing I talk about why I love ethereal art. But I find that if you're like abstract or luminous or kind of airy palettes, they speak to you, then your creative intuition is picking up on those textures and tones, and you feel aligned with them. So especially if you're a visual artist, I find that it does really speak to you. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Do you feel the same way about ethereal art as I do? I'd love to know.
Still finding this bottom area pretty sloppy, so I don't want it to be complete straight line. This is what I was finding before. It was too straight of a line, didn't look good.
So here's a little poem for you. If this resonates with you, maybe you're like me and you really love ethereal art. So here it is. In shimmering veils of quiet light, your spirit finds its way, a tender pull toward all things bright, where earth feels far away.
I might regret this, but not liking this section here. I've got a bit of that same color here. I'm going to extend it. So far, I'm not regretting it, which is good. Don't want to cover that up, but I might have to. So this area up here is bothering me, so I'm going to get rid of it. I found that what was bothering me is that this was going this way and I wanted everything to come down this way. And once I figured that out, now it looks better to me. I find with this 1-inch brush, it creates some really nice, loose kind of shapes, which I really, really like. And not being very precise. That was the other thing about this. I was trying to be a little bit too precise, and whenever that happens, it doesn't work out. Better to be loose. Turns out a lot better.
Hope you're enjoying this tutorial, and I would really love it if you would give this video a thumbs up, click on the bell icon to receive notification, and please subscribe if you haven't done so. And don't forget to hit that hype button. That really helps me kind of get noticed by YouTube. So thank you.
Don't want to cover up too much of this over here because it's got some very beautiful detail. I'm going to change this. Just bring it down from here.
Now, if you're interested in purchasing my artwork, click on that More button. That will bring you to the description area, and it's got lots of information where to get a hold of me or where I sell my art. So if you're at all interested, check it out, and hope to hear from you.
not happy with this. Getting rid of it altogether.
Okay, so here is the finished painting and I absolutely love it. It's so moody and neutral with the colors. There really isn't much color. The tiniest little bit of blue there. Just that little bit, but really it's just such a neutral overall. And I love that it's swooping down to this section here, or up, not down. Bringing your eye over to that area. It's kind of dark on the outside and then lighter, but so much detail. Just absolutely love this painting. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Up close images are coming up, and click on the link you see now to see more of my sponge paintings.